Good morning, everyone. This is Dell Latitude laptop, and the model number is Latitude 7280. Some of the keys from the keyboard doesn't work, so today in this video we're going to replace it. Here is the replacement keyboard that I got it from eBay UK site, and this keyboard comes without any frame. Okay, nowadays most of the laptop keyboards that comes with the plumb rest. So if you want to change the entire keyboard panel, include the plumb rest, it's quite expensive. Instead, if you get the keyboard like that without frame, that's going to cost you less, but it's kind of challenging to replace it. Luckily, this model is not that worse. Why? Because it doesn't have any sort of plastic rivets to hold the actual keyboard with the frame. Okay, so first of all, what you're going to do, we're going to shut it down, take out the back plate, and then disconnect the battery, and then we're going to disconnect all flex connector or any sort of wire connector. We're going to disconnect those before we pull the main board out, and underneath the main board there are many screws with the plate which actually holding the keyboard into the place. Okay, so you can open it either way, you can spudger it, but I'm going to try from this side. It's much easier so it doesn't break any sort of anchor. Okay, as you can see, nothing is damaged. Now, first things that we're going to do, we're going to disconnect the battery. Okay, and there is a pull tab. Once you pull it, it's going to disconnect, and now you're safe to do. Okay, and this battery secure with 2 screws. If you find you want more than 2, just take out all of them, and I would suggest you to keep the screws organized. Okay, because all the screws looks like similar, but there are some sort of difference. Okay, and it's really good to organize. Why? Then you know where it goes. Yeah, so we disconnected the SSD M.2, and we have to pull out every single connector. Okay, so we're going to start with the CMOS battery. You don't need to remove the battery connector. Instead, you can pull the battery glued out, so it would be easier, and rest of them we have to take those out. Don't forget to take out the SIM tray, because this model comes with cellular data facility, so you need to take this out. Okay, you can use some sort of paper clip or SIM ejector tools or any sort of pin to eject the actual SIM tray. It seems quite difficult, but if you pull it, it should come out. And now I'm going to disconnect all of them one by one. You can either try with removing all the screws or the flex connector. There is nothing first and last. Okay, you don't need to maintain the serial. The things that you don't need to remove, I'm going to mention it. The heatsink and the CPU heatsink 4 screws, you don't need to remove it. The fan itself also, you don't have to disconnect it, but you have to take out 2 screws from the fan frame, otherwise you don't be able to pull the actual board out. Okay, and from there, once we pull out the main board, then we're going to find there is a metal plate. This plate helps the actual keyboard to expose in correct way, and this plate would have many screws, silver color. Take all of them out, and then if you pull the keyboard, it should come out. And then when you take the frame out, still the keyboard wouldn't come out unless we remove 3 to 5 screws from the actual keyboard. So I would suggest you don't skip the video, even it's longer, like around 17 to 18 minutes, but it's worth it to watch every single part. Then you don't make any mistake and the job would be done successfully. And I would suggest you, when you replace it, check your model number and make sure you have the right replacement keyboard, because sometimes when you buy things from eBay, they might send you the wrong model or you might order the wrong one. So please double check. And the blessings with this model, when you pull out the keyboard, we don't need to remove any sort of plastic rivets. So what is plastic rivets? For example, most of the HP chip laptop and the Lenovo IdeaPad laptop, what they do, they install the keyboard without any sort of individual frame, okay? And most of the keyboard comes with the plumb rest. And which keyboard comes with the plumb rest? What they do, they put some sort of plastic anchor to keep the actual keyboard into the place. And those are kind of disposal. Means once you cut it out and take the keyboards out, when you install the new one, it's some sort of big hassle. But for this model, as you can see, many screws I'm taking out. It's time consuming, but still is good. Why? Because we can reuse the same plate. We don't need to pull or stretch out this keyboard panel. As you can see, it's coming off easily. Remember, before you pull the mid frame out, disconnect the keyboard connector and the light connector. And don't try to pull it or separate it from the frame. As you can see, there are a few screws, 2 on the center, 3 on the top. So total 5 short screws. And you can use the Phillips ordinary screwdriver. If you do have any sort of precision screwdriver set, that would be very helpful, okay? And I forgot to mention what kind of tools that you need to perform this replacement. It's so simple, only Phillips screwdriver and some sort of flat opening tool or spudger tool, and that should be good enough. So let's carry on to enjoy the rest of the video. If you do like, please don't forget to share and subscribe to this channel to show your support. Thanks for watching. See you end of this video. Right, so finally everything has done. Now we're going to give it a try and see if this does work. You can try either way. You can go to the BIOS and check, or you can just open up any sort of notepad and you can type a sentence which does cover up A to Z. A brown fox jumps quickly over the lazy dog, and everything is working fine. That's the actual old keyboard, and we done it correctly. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.